What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and we are back with more Danmachi. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Now, of course, we do have the new anime unit, okay? So, the new Kaguya, we talked about a little bit about her yesterday. I had my hopes of what she's going to do, and I haven't honestly checked yet. So, this is going to be a basically a cold read. We're gonna get this together right now. I know she's been out for hours. I've just had a really busy day, and I haven't had a chance to get to this yet. So, here we go. I'm going to start with skill 1, which is a paragraph. Oh my goodness, look at this. Faux singular. As I thought, she's a record buster unit. Well, yeah, she's a record buster unit. Called it. Fast. Damage received attack, single target plus 30%. Self, fast, strength, dex, a dark attack damage, and slow resist, I should say. 70% for 4 turns. 3 additional actions, mid-dark physical attack with high-end guard rate, removes strength and magic and physical resistance buffs. All the stuff that Finn basically brings to the table. So, interesting. So, she's really designed for this Finn event. Skill 2 is a faux singular fast, super dark physical attack with high-end guard rate, strength and magic down 30%, and allies guard rate and heal plus 30%. Okay, skill 3 is a faux singular, fast, super dark physical attack, damage 50% per each self, strength, and dex buff skill. Dex buff skill, interesting. With high-end guard rate and allies 30% HP heal and 30% HP regen for 2 turns. Ooh. Kaguya is really good. Let's see what her SA does. Faux singular, ultra dark physical attack, damage 50% per each self, strength, dex, buff skill, and ultra on guard rate, plus 4 actions, mid dark physical attack with high on guard rate, and remove strength and magic. So basically everything else there. Oh, and faux singular and strength, 120% for 2 turns on all allies. I said it'd be really good if she did dark, but she does strength instead. Man, like, she's got everything that I thought she was going to have. Like, this unit is really solid. Here's the thing, though, and I'm going to be fair. As I always say, when I see a unit that is designed for one purpose only, that immediately loses points. Now, she is really, really good. And with that strength 120%, she's going to be useful in a lot of teams. Looking at a lot of teams for this unit. But if I'm realistic here, being that she's Record Buster exclusive, she is going to lose points. Plus, we did just get a Hero Festa banner, and we're going to get a general pool update here, if not next week, then about a month from now. So, she'll be around, and these anime units do get rerun banners. So, if I'm honest, here's the best way I can word this, okay? If you are all about Record Buster, great unit to go after, okay? And it should be good for Record Busters for a really long time. This is a unit that you're going to be able to use for Record Busters for a minute and never get bored with. No matter what team she's on, she's going to be good, okay? So, a very solid unit. And let's go down to her third skill here. So, per self, strength, and dex buff skill. So, she didn't even need the dark buff skill to do her best damage down here. Now, obviously, a dark buff will help, but she doesn't need an assist dark buff. She's already going to be doing really solid damage down here, even without it. So, for Record Buster, a really solid unit. War Game, never going to use it. So, let's use her. That's a bit rude. But, here's the deal. I really like her. I personally would love to go after her. We have a freebie. Let's do the freebie. But this is not it, because we got rerun banners last night, and I did not realize until actually last night that those rerun banners were going to be dropping. I know we kind of knew beforehand, but I had forgotten, to be fair. So we need to talk about the rebalances on those new units. But first, I'm going to go in here, and I'm actually at least do one and done on her. Now, here's the real kind of catch to this unit. If you do not have Kaguya from the old banners, then one and done on this one is at least worth it. Because as you guys know, CP alone, CP rewards, you'll make back all that iris that you otherwise missed out on. So the reality is here, I'm going to do one and done on her banner. And I'm honestly going to ponder going back in here because I really do like this unit. But I don't have Elise maxed out yet. So if I have to choose between Kaguya and maxing Elise, I'm 100% going after Elise. Elise is going to be my main target, at least as far as, these banners go. So if you don't have the Hero Festa units, focus on them before you do Kaguya. She's great, she's good, but I promise you, those Hero Festa units are going to go miles further than any just general 4-star is ever going to do. So if you can afford her, great. I think she's going to be great. That is a rude quote, girl. Wow. At least I got her. But if you don't have a Kaguya at all, if you don't have the old one, you don't have the rerun one, if you don't have any of them, at least one and done on her, because her CP rewards will pay you back a decent amount of iris anyway, plus leveling her up is going to get you iris and all that stuff. Now, should you max this unit out for Record Buster, it would be great. But once again, like I said, if you don't have the Festa units, do those first. Now, we do need to talk about these two banners as well, because rebalances have happened. So let's jump over to that screen and take a look at it real quick, okay? Because I was pretty shocked. I was pretty happy with these rebalances, okay? So we're going to start off with eyes here. I'm going to go over to my other monitor over here to kind of read everything off here. So eyes numerically didn't get a huge amount, okay? So she got a little bit of a strength buff, a little bit of a dex buff, a little bit of agility buff. But if I'm honest, the numbers are a bit disappointing. She really needed some more endurance. She needed a lot more endurance, like 200 to 300 more endurance. And she needed like 800 at least HP to really keep up with the current meta units. So that already is slightly disappointing. But let's look at her skills. Now we'll start with skill 1. Fast, strength, dex, and wind attack damage, and counter rate, which it actually did that before. I was going to say it didn't. All up 65%. Was 40% before? 65%. That's a great buff. That's a great buff. For a unit that was still very useful, a phenomenal buff. Skill 2. Foe Singular. Super wind physical attack with temporary strength boost and status buff down 2 turns. Status debuff, which is the big addition here, plus 2 turns. Very needed. Very nice to have. So she's already off to a great start. Skill 3. High wind physical attack with high critical rate and self 3 actions. Mid-wind physical attack up from low. Mid-wind physical attack with high penetration rate. So instead of a low attack, it's now a mid attack. So really good buffs on her. She actually got some pretty respectable buffs. Okay. S8, Tempest Havoc. So foe singular, ultra wind physical attack, damage 70% per each self strength buff skill. That's huge because before she only got great strength boost. Now she gets a full percentage boost, which makes this unit exceptionally viable. She is suddenly useful all over again, and I think it's phenomenal. I'm here for it. I love it. Okay. Wind resist down 60%, and damage retrieve single target plus 30%, up from 25%, and the wind resist is up from 50%. So a really solid buff on this unit. I really love the buff she got. Fighting Spirit is up from Strength, Agility, and Dex, up from 30% to 35%. Damage upon penetration, 20%. Now adds critical to that. Critical damage, 20%. Follow me here. Becomes counter damage, 60%. That's a huge number in a Record Buster unit. That's phenomenal. And she gets 50% more toward Material Killer, but there's nothing there. So, that counter damage and her SA are huge additions to this unit. She is solid. Absolutely solid. Okay. City Guard Shakti. Okay. Numerically, once again, not really much to write home about. She got, a fair amount of buffs, but once again, she needs more endurance and she needs more HP. But so she's not really within the numerical meta. But skill 1, allies fast, physical resist, and magic resist plus 40%. That was just physical resist support, adds magic resist. Damage received type all target down 30% was 20%, so a really significant buff there for 5 turns. And this is okay, so self 3 additional actions, 30% HP heal. Everything from this point on is added. Status debuff down 2 turns, status buff plus 2 turns on all allies. Phenomenal. Shocked you got a major buff there. That's huge. Her consumed MP goes up, but her, thank God it's MP, not HP. Her consumed MP goes up, but it's still not anything to write home about. It's no big deal. Okay, skill 2, foes plural. Super wind magic attack with temporary magic boost and ultra encounter rate. Nothing changed there. Was strength down 40%, now is strength and magic down 40%. And allies was just to heal 20%, is now magic, heal, and wind attack damage 40% for 3 turns. Fantastic buff. Shocked you got some good stuff there. Ballista Tad. Skill 3, super wind magic attack with temporary magic boost. Temporary great magic boost, which is magic boost for temporary great magic boost. Ultra penetration rate removes strength and magic buffs. Before it just removes strength buffs, so a really good buff there, but not super viable. Like, you probably use it to remove strength and magic buffs. That's about it. It's not going to be a really big hitting attack. Her SA is Ultra Wind Magic Attack with temporary great magic boost, ultra penetration rate, strength and magic and agility and dex, and endurance down 50%. That's a lot of extra stats that it didn't have before. So, all in all, good buffs. Hex from magic endurance dex 25% now becomes 40%. Guard rate pretty much stays the same. Protection, physical and magic resist 20% becomes 25%. Negligible difference, but a difference. So that's her buffs. Lyra. Once again, numerically, Lyra is still just kind of behind. She has a pretty good magic stat. Her magic stat went up by a significant margin. 50 magic is pretty good. Her endurance, though, and her HP are going to make her very, very squishy. So just keep that in mind here. Okay? Skill 1 is a foes plural fast, magic resist, and agility down 40%. Was magic resist 35 and agility 30 before. Okay? Self. Earth attack damage 80% for 5 turns. She did not have that at all before. Before she had 2 additional actions, now she has 3 low earth magic attack and remove magic resistance buffs. That remove magic resistance buffs did not exist before, and it was 2 turns. So pretty good buff there. Acrobatic strike, foes plural, fast mid, was not a fast skill before, now became a fast skill. Mid earth magic attack with temporary magic boost, ultra encounter rate, earth resist down 40%. So pretty good stuff there. And allies, magic plus 50%. So we got some good stuff there. I don't know that's really just more of like it just added fast and there's reworded a few things. Skill 3 is a foe's singular high earth magic attack damage 70%. Was 35%. They literally doubled it for each target's magic reduction, skill, and ultra critical rate. So they doubled the power of that move. Her SA is a foe's plural ultra earth magic attack with temporary great magic boost, ultra critical rate, slow and magic resist down 60%. Okay? Let's talk about the OG Kaguya, who I promise you is already not standing up to the new one. That's simple, okay? HP is 3715. The new one is, let's see, what is the new one? Let me go take a look here. I've got her in the game here. We actually have her unit now, so let's go find out what she can do. Okay, album. Let's go down. In fact, we could just make this no, we're not going to make it easy. All right, so scroll down here. There's Argo, Aisha, there's Kaguya. So if we max her out, Yeah, 46. Yeah, 4668 HP. Strength is 2183 and endurance is 737. So remember that. Let's go back over to the other page. Okay. So 3715, 1,000 less. Well, 900 less. Strength 2051. We had 2183, 130 difference. Endurance 670 is actually pretty solid for this unit. 737 is what she has currently, but 670 is nothing to sneeze at. So that's actually still really good endurance stat. Agility 1134, not the fastest unit, definitely not the slowest either, but definitely getting outpaced by the vast majority of units currently in the game. Now, let's go and look at her stats here. Skill 1 is a foe's plural high fire physical attack with temporary strength boost, all at the same sudden to this point, and ultra uncounter rate, agility, and heal down 40%. Those have both been added. Self. Remove status debuffs. Also been added. 3 additional actions was 2 before. High fire physical attack was a low fire physical attack with ultra on guard rate, which was recently added. She was just a low fire physical attack. She's now a high fire physical attack with ultra on guard rate. Really good buff that. Skill 2 is a foe's plural fast low fire physical attack with ultra on guard rate. Physical resist down 40%. Self. Strength, dex, and fire attack damage 65%. Was just strength and dex 60%. With physical resist 35%. So, just an average everyday buff there. Skill 3 is a super fire physical attack. Was high before. With temporary great strength boost. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Her SA is an ultra fire physical attack with temporary great strength boost. Was just strength boost before. And ultra on guard rate, physical resist, and fire resist down 60%. Was just physical resist, so it's a good buff there as well. So Kaguya is still good, but the new one is significantly better. But you're also talking a wargame unit, an AoE unit, versus a single target unit. Yeah, it's hard to compare those two. Passives, strength, endurance, dex, and agility, 25% goes up 30%. 4% HP and MP regen becomes ailment resist 30%. Damage received upon penetration 15% now becomes 30%. So she doesn't have HP and MP regen anymore. She literally lost her HP and MP regen. Well, that's weird. Probably, honestly, there's enough units in the game now that do that. They just kind of figured it was redundant. All right, let's look at the assists. Osvi, foes, damage received type single target from 20% goes up to 25%, and allies dex plus 15. Very solid assist. I actually really like that assist skill. So Osvi got a really good buff there. I think the assist, or at least Osvi as far as an assist, really came out on top with this one. Seer, physical resist and magic resist and guard rate down 15% is unchanged. Why is it? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Guard rate is added. I don't know. They could have done better on that one. Allies, null ailment times 3. Just adding the guard rate to Seer, I think, is a bit of a criminal maneuver. She deserves so much better than that. They should have added an extra ailment nullification. They should have given her null ailment 4, and physical resist, magic resist, and guard rate should have gone up to 20%. Personal opinion. But maybe they make her too cracked. I really don't care. That's what she deserves. So there's all your rebalances, guys. Now the honest answer is here. If we go actually back out to the game here for a moment. So if you've got a choice and you're looking at what to summon on, obviously I would do this Kaguya for the CP if you need Kaguya's CP. Now, Eyes will not be fresh CP because she operates off of the current Eyes CP levels. Same with Osvi. Lyra's the only unit on this banner that has fresh CP. So if you don't have Lyra, maybe chase her a little bit. Just try to get one. Okay? That's my recommendation. And, don't go crazy. Go 3-4 steps in. Because I kind of get the feeling Lyra will probably be next week's anime unit. ask me why I feel that way. I kind of feel like she is going to be. So I wouldn't go too crazy. In fact, this is going to be around for a while. So let me amend that and just say, wait. Wait for Kaguya, or wait for Lyra to come back around, because I think she's coming back. Now, on this banner, Kaguya would be the only fresh CP. So honestly, if you don't have these units, you're not losing much. Some of them got really solid buffs. I would say, honestly, Osvi is a solid assist. But she's the only one here that I think is really mind-blowingly great. Now, Eyes is good. Eyes is fantastic. But as always, guys, if you actually do not have the Hero Festa units maxed, do them first. And then do the new Kaguya if you want a Record Buster unit. And then maybe do these banners. But remember, these banners are going to only be so good for so long. With the numbers they have, they're going to swish in Wargame. Wargame, they're going to get crushed unless you really absolutely build a phenomenal team with them. Just numerically, they just don't have the defense. They don't have the HP. I just don't think this is wise money, honestly, personally. And I kind of feel like Lyra's going to be here next week, so I'd honestly sleep on this banner. I wouldn't bother with it. For the people that already have these units, great. For the people that maybe want Kid Eyes for what she does, I'm not mad at you. But, at that point, do this thing. Because, once again, for your paid, you could set this up with, like, the 3 units you want. 1 assist and 2 adventurers, and then you can get whatever you're really looking for here. And you could do this, 7 times to try to get the units you're looking for. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.